Angelo State University and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game environment. Respect, it's the name of the game.
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome into the Janelle Center inside Stevens Arena for the final match of Day 1 of the 2024 South Central Regional Volleyball Tournament hosted by Angelo State University. The final match of the evening faces the number 1 seeded Angelo State University Bells and the number 8 seeded Colorado Christian Cougars. It's going to be a great match of volleyball here inside the Janelle Center. My name is Madeline Mendoza, and what an honor it is to be back to call more Angelo State volleyball and volleyball in general here for these two great teams out of the RMAC and the Lone Star Conference. A little bit about these two teams before we take a quick break to get starters. Starting first with the slated visiting team, the Colorado Christian Cougars. The Cougars coming to this one after being named the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference volleyball runner-up, taking second place in the RMAC tournament last week. They also enter into this one with a 19-10 overall record, a 9-5 conference season in RMAC play, currently coming in on a 1-game losing streak. Obviously that loss coming out of the RMAC tournament where they fell to Metro State University Denver, or MSU Denver, the Roadrunners. They fell by a sweep, losing that one 3-0 in the finals of the RMAC tournament. Now looking at the Angelo State Bells. The Bells coming to this one after being named the new Lone Star Conference volleyball champions after winning the Lone Star Conference tournament up in Canyon, Texas, where that tournament was hosted by the West Texas A&M Lady Buffs. The Bells on the season, however, come into this one 28-2 overall record, a 15-1 conference record, currently on a 16-game winning streak, as well as an 11-1 home record and an 11-1 away record and a 6-0 record at neutral sites. That Bells last win coming out of Canyon, where they defeated the West Texas A&M Lady Buffs in 4 sets, winning that match 3-1 in sets. Also, for the Cougars of Colorado Christian, they currently have a 6-3 home record, a 6-5 away record, and a 7-2 neutral site record. So it's going to be a great match of volleyball here in San Angelo. And for those of you listening, you don't want to miss this one. We're going to take a quick break and bring it back with our starters in just a few moments. You're watching the 2024 South Central Regional Tournament live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
feature the Colorado Christian Cougars and the Angelo State Bells. Let's meet our team's first Colorado Christian. Number 1, Alyssa Gregory Oviedo. Number 3, Taryn De Benedetto. Number 4, Krista Trainer. Number 5, Susanna Connor. Number 6, Megan McNick. Number 8, Connolly Kilgore. Number 9, Brooklyn Frazier. Number 12, Janelle Gamore. Number 17, Kate Rayner. Number 18, Abby Breeding. Number 20, Mariah Potter. Number 21, Kaylin Starling. Here's the starting lineup now for the Cougars. A 5'9" senior from Murphy, Texas, number 7, Izzy Jones. A 6-foot junior from Fresno, California, number 10, Renee Phillips. A 5'11" senior from Watertown, South Dakota, number 13, Lily Woods. A 5'7" junior from Argyle, Texas, number 14, Christina House. A 5'9" junior from Tucson, Arizona, number 15, Savannah Overson. A 6-foot senior from San Diego, California, number 16, Abby Newell. The libero is a 5'4" grad student from Brighton, Colorado, number 11, Shelby Hernandez. The head coach is Bobby Blanken. The associate head coach is Lydia Bartalo. The graduate assistant is Alexis Vega. Let's meet the Angelo State Bells. Number 2, Jaden Woolley. Number 4, Allie Kirkpatrick. Number 7, Ireland Ferguson. Number 9, Taryn Barnes.
And we're back here for this contest between the Angelo State Bells and the Colorado Christian Cougars as a part of the NCAA Division II Volleyball Championship Tournament here in San Angelo, Texas. And now that starting lineups are in, let's take a quick look at our visiting Cougars from Colorado Christian. Starting first, the 5'9" senior setter from Murphy, Texas, number 7, Izzy Jones. The 6-foot junior middle hitter from Fresno, California, number 10, Renee Phillips. The 5'11" senior middle hitter from Watertown, South Dakota, number 13, Lily Woods. The 5'7" junior defensive specialist from Argyle, Texas, number 14, Christina House. The 5'9" junior defensive specialist from Tucson, Arizona, number 15, Savannah Overson. The 6-foot senior outside hitter from San Diego, California, Abby Newell. And the libero for the Cougars is the 5'4" graduate student defensive specialist from Brighton, Colorado, number 11, Shelby Hernandez. Now looking at the starters for the Bells of Angelo State. Leading it off is the 5'7" graduate setter from Rome, Texas, number 1, Adeline Ortman. A 5'9" graduate outside hitter from Fort Worth, Texas, number 5, Evelyn Torres. A 5'9" sophomore outside hitter from Saginaw, Texas, number 6, Maddie Parrish. A 6-foot junior middle blocker from Austin, Texas, number 8, Kate Boldrick. A 5'10" freshman middle blocker from Prosper, Texas, number 10, Sydney Thornton. A 6'2" freshman middle blocker from Bridge City, Texas, number 15, Demi Carter. And the libero for the Bells is a 5'8" senior defensive specialist from Hazlet, Texas, number 11, Callie Enax. It's going to be a great match of volleyball here, as all the matches in this first day of the NCAA Division II Volleyball Championship have been. And this one proving to be the same as our teams are breaking out of their huddles. We'll go ahead and take a quick uniform check. The Cougars of Colorado Christian wearing their white uniforms with what looks like a little bit of powder blue numbers there, as well as trim on the sleeves, and their libero in a darker navy blue sleeveless uniform there with matching sliders. The Cougars going to wear what looks like from my seat as either navy or black spandex and white shoes, white knee pads, as their libero, Hernandez checks in to the match. Looking at the Bells wearing their blue long sleeve jerseys with yellow trimmed numbers. Enax, the libero for the Bells, in the white short sleeve jersey. Bells wearing black spandex, white shoes, white knee pads, as Adeline Ortman back at the line to serve for the Bells. That serve from Ortman got a nice little side spin on it. It'll get picked up in middle back for the Cougars, and the quick roll shot over is picked up by Carter. Parrish will tip it around, and just a little bit of a communication error as the Cougars will go ahead and take the opening point of the set. Hernandez back at the line to serve for the Cougars. Cougars first set picked up by Parrish. Evelyn Torres, back row kill attempt. That's dug up into the middle for the Cougars, and great push there and a great read of that Bell defense off the hand of what I believe was number 16, Abigail Newell, in the middle there. Second serve now from Hernandez. A little wide and out. Bells get their first points of the match. Cougars lead early here, 2-1 in set one, and back to the line to serve for the Bells is Maddie Parrish. Parrish serve, picked up in middle back and set back to the right side. Going up for the joust with it is Torres and Woods, and an outside kill attempt now for the Cougars is put in system to Torres on the outside for the Bells. Big set out of the middle once again to that outside, and the tip is going to fall just wide and out. Cougars looking for a touch there, but it doesn't look like one's going to fall, as Newell with a good tip effort to try and get the Bells out of system there. Parrish back at the line now for her second. Second serve from Parrish put into play as it's set to the middle to Newell once again. Set around now to the Bells middle, and that's Sydney Thornton going up with it and just a little long. As we'll see our first substitution of the match, here comes number 5, Susanna Connor, the 5'10" sophomore outside hitter from Lubbock, Texas. And the serve now off the hand of Jones. Put into play, Ortman once again to Thornton in the middle, and Thornton makes her presence known to tie up the score here in set one. Enax back to the line to serve for the Bells. Enax with the no spin there, gets it to clip tape, and it's out of system, and Callie Enax will pick up her first ace of the match as it is just off the outstretched arm of Overson. Enax back to the line for her second. Enax second serve in system now, but tied on the net and unable to be fished out by Jones, the setter. Enax will push the Bells ahead by 2 here. 5-2 is the score in set one. Serve from Enax again, causing some issues, and the Cougars are going to settle for the free ball over. Ortman back around now to Carter. Carter gets blocked at the net, and it's pulled out by Enax. Torres over the top with it now, and it's picked up by Hernandez. Right side kill for the Cougars is in play by Parrish. Torres with the tip over and picked up. Set to the middle, deep tip, picked up by Enax. Back out now to Torres. Torres gets it caught up in the block of Connor and Woods, and it's point Bells to keep Enax back to the line to serve once again. Bells currently on a 3-0 score run here early in set one. And with that, I'll give myself an announcer's jinx here. Sorry to Callie Enax or the family of Callie Enax if you're watching. I'll give myself an announcer's jinx stat for that missed serve. And speaking of serves, back at the line now to serve for the Cougars is number 9, Frazier. My apologies, Megan McNitt with the serve, as Torres is going to pick up an attacking error as the Cougars cut the Bells lead to 1. Frazier back at the line to serve for the Cougars. Her serve picked up by Parrish. Ortman with the push set out to Torres. Torres over the top with it, and what a dig by the Cougars. Over the top with it now, playing it out of the block for the Bells. Enax with the set to the right side. Carter gets that one caught up in the block there. And we'll see Demi Carter make her way out for Ireland Ferguson to check in for the Bells to serve. Ferguson, the 5'4" junior defensive specialist from Venice, Florida, as the Cougars put that one in play to their right side. Parrish scrambles up under it, and the Bells are going to settle for the free ball over. Cougars going to look to use that to the outside, and Enax caught up underneath it, but a little too wide and out, and what a power kill there off the hand of number 8, Conley Kilgore, for the Cougars. Bells get the point back on the Cougar service error. They still lead 8-6 here. My apologies, that kill was awarded to Megan McNitt, as that's a service ace off the hand of Evelyn Torres. Torres back at the line now for another serve. Big serve for Torres as it's going to get put into right side play for the Cougars. And I don't know about you all watching at home, but from here I think I saw flames come off that ball, hit by Izzy Jones straight down that line into the back corner there for the Cougars. As we'll see another serve off as Ortman will go to Parrish. Playing it out of the block is Enax. Ortman will try Parrish again. Parrish with a little bit of a sidearm over. Boldrick will joust for it at the net, and the Cougars settling for the push over. Ortman back to Boldrick on the slide, and it is stuffed at the net by Renee Phillips, and that serve from the Cougars now put into play back to Parrish. Parrish making some noise of her own there out of the outside as the Bells hit 10 first here in the opening set. As we see number 14, Christina Hausch, checking back in for the Cougars. She'll head back to the line. She'll head it into the back line for the Cougars here, as Jaden Woolley is back at the line to serve for the Bells. Woolley's serve picked up by the libero, set to the right side and coming across, and it's sent straight back over out of the block, and the block will go to Thornton and Parrish. Woolley back at the line for her second. Hernandez with the pickup there on the serve received, back around top. And what a kill off the hand of Renee Phillips there, and not able to be scrambled for by the Bells as we see some subs. We're to see number 16, Abby Newell, come back in, as well as number 15, Savannah Overson. Overson back to the line to serve. And Woolley comes out and Enax comes back in here, as well as Ferguson is still in on that back line for the Bells, and she gets the pickup. Parrish over the top. Ferguson, great defensive play out of the block, and Maddie Parrish will end it out of the continue there, as the Bells take an early 12-9 jump here, as Demi Carter will check back in for this Bells effort here. Adeline Ortman back at the line to serve. Ortman serve put into play by the Cougars, scrambled out for it, and they're going to settle for a little bit of a deep push over. Torres will set out to Carter on the right side. Carter just going to go wide and out there as the Cougars pick up their 10th point of the set. Shelby Hernandez back at the line to serve. Hernandez serve, picked up by Torres, to Ortman, to Carter out of the middle. Hernandez with the pickup now to Jones. Jones out to the outside for the Cougars. Parrish over the top with it, and a little bit of a bobbled reception there for House as the Bells pick up point number 13. The Cougars in almost a 5-man serve receive here, as they have Izzy Jones, the setter, pulled up pretty tight on the net there, as that's a service error for Parrish. Bells still lead by 2 here in set 1. And we've seen some more substitutions as Susanna Connor comes in for the Cougars, and Jones back at the line to serve. Both these teams actively running a one-setter rotation here, as Parrish will get the pickup tied on the net for Ortman. Ortman will go to Torres, and Evelyn Torres connects with the ball, and the ball connects straight to the floor as the Bells pick up point number 14, and Callie Enax will head back to serve again. Enax serve, put into play a little out of system, a bump set to the outside, never hurt anybody though, as Enax will pick up the kill attempt. Fished out of the block now, that is Hernandez with that play, and a little bit of a sidearm there off the hand of number 10, Phillips. Will put the point down. Subs coming in now. We see Brooklyn Frazier as well as Megan McNitt coming back in. Serve picked up by Parrish. Ortman now back around to Carter. Carter out of the right side. And here comes Ireland Ferguson back in to serve for the Bells. Serve from Ferguson, put into play by Hernandez. Quick set to the outside. And McNitt going to go just wide here. And that attacking error is going to warrant a timeout on the floor, and we're going to take it with them. You're watching the 2024 NCAA Division II Volleyball Championship live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
Learn more about Division II at ncaa.org/D2.
And we're back here as Ireland Ferguson will kick it off with the serve, and that's going to be an ace to her stat sheet for the evening as the Bells pick up point number 17. Ferguson with another serve there, and it's picked up by Hernandez. Bump set around, and it'll be a right side kill attempt off the hand of Frazier, as Torres will just take a little quick tip over there, as Connor will settle for the free ball, and Boldrick gets that one tied on the net for Torres. Hernandez will send it straight back over on the dig. Ortman now to Torres again. Evelyn Torres decided it was her turn to end the rally there for the Bells, as the Bells still lead this one 18-12. Ferguson serve put into play by Hernandez. Jones back around now to Connor. Connor gets that one a little out of system for the Bells, and they'll take a little sidearm swing over. Boldrick will joust for it, and they're going to award the point to the Cougars. Call Kate Boldrick on the lift there out of the middle, and what a smart defensive play by the Cougars there. That was probably a little unintentional. Serve now is Lily Woods, a little bit of a standing serve. One of the few times in the matches today that I have seen a standing serve off of flat feet here. And the serve from Woods again, picked up by Enax. Ortman skip set, and it's carried out. Boldrick unable to joust for it out of the net. Woods again with another flat-footed serve there. Parrish with the back set to Torres. Torres will get it caught up in the double block attempt of Phillips and Connor. Bells still lead set one, 19-15. Torres with the serve. Put into play out of middle back for the Cougars. Over the top now to Connor, and she splits the Bell block. Connor back at the line to serve as the Cougars cutting this Bell lead down now to 3. Enax, a little bit of a rough reception there as Parrish will come over the top and find the line. Maddie Parrish with that spot on the line. And here comes Jaden Woolley in to serve in place of Kate Boldrick. As well as number 14, Christina House, back in for the Cougars. Hernandez sends that one straight over. Parrish will try and joust with it at the net, and she'll have to take a way off the net attacking approach, as the kill off the hand of Phillips just wide and out. Another timeout called, and we'll take it with them. You're watching the 2024 South Central Regional Tournament live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here as Woolley back at the line to serve, puts that one in system for the Cougars, and they'll go to Phillips on the right side as subs coming in once again. Newell back on, as well as Overson for the Cougars, as the Bells still lead this one by 4. Serve for the Cougars, picked up by Torres. Ortman now out to Parrish. Parrish trying to go cross with it, goes just a little long into the bleacher. Colorado Christian keeps the serve, and warrants head coach Chuck Waddington to walk up to the outline and tell his team to calm down a little bit. Torres with the pickup. Ortman back around to Thornton. Sydney Thornton. Such power in that attack for only a freshman here, as she's really made her presence to this Bell roster known throughout the duration of this season. As Ortman back at the line to serve once again. Ortman picked up a little out of system, but able to be pulled off the net there for the Cougars as they take a tip over. And Parrish will be unable to pull her kill out of the double block of Jones and Newell there on the right side, as Hernandez back to the line to serve. Hernandez with the serve, picked up by Parrish. Ortman back into Carter. Carter with a little bit of the switch up tip there. Comes over the top. Torres picks it up and back to Carter on the right side. Dug out and around, and great hustle by Hernandez there as she heads into the media table, and it's sent back over on the free ball. Big set here for Jones to the right side, and the tip pulled out by Carter. Keeping up with Thornton, and it's rally time here in the Janelle Center as Ortman pulls that kill attempt back into play, and Carter just going to go wide and out here as the Cougars cut the Bell lead to 2 here in set 1. Big serve here for Hernandez as Enax picks it up. Ortman to Parrish. Parrish finding a back corner pass to diving Cougars, Hernandez and Overson. As now we see a new face on the floor for the Bells. That's number 25, Critia Perez, checking in to serve. Perez serve, a little sneaky there, and Perez, go ahead and thank the tape of the net there as it becomes set point for the Bells here in set 1. You're a Cougar volleyball fan, all you need to do is have one good pass or a service error that Critia Perez just performed. And here comes Susanna Connor for the Cougars. Connor, a leading attacker here so far for the Cougars, as she has 2 registered kills on her stat sheet. And the serve picked up by Perez. Ortman back around to Thornton, dug up by Jones. Bump set by Hernandez, out to Connor. Torres will play it off the block and will go for the outside kill herself. Jones with the pickup. Hernandez bump set around to the outside, and it'll fall for the Cougars. Big kill there off the hand of Abby Newell for Colorado Christian, and it's still set point for the Bells. As Jones will head back to the line to serve. Enax, Ortman, Carter with the tip, and the Bells will claim set 1 here in the match over the Cougars. As these two teams are going to switch sides, we'll take a quick break and bring it back with some stats and a leaderboard through this point. You're watching the 2024 NCAA Division II Volleyball Championship Tournament live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here as we await the start of set 2. Let's look at some team comparison through the opening set, starting first with the Cougars. The Cougars have 30 attacks, 8 kills, 4 errors, currently hitting a 133, as well as 8 set assists, 2 service errors, 1 service ace, 19 digs, 3 blocks, a side out percentage of 56, and a point scoring percentage of 36.4. Looking at the Bells here, 48 total attacks, 14 kills, 9 attacking errors. They're currently hitting 104 on the match with 14 set assists, 5 service aces, 17 digs, no blocks, a side out percentage of 63.6, and a 44% point scoring percentage. As it looks like we're going to see the same starting rotations out on the floor here for these two teams, as Enax has checked in as well as Hernandez. Serve for the Cougars, put into play by Torres over the top to Thornton. Hernandez to Jones, now out to Newell. Bells will go to the middle to Sydney Thornton, and she'll put the first point on the board for the Bells in set 2. As here comes Demi Carter back into the contest for the Bells, as Adeline Ortman heads back to the line to serve. Ortman with the serve here, as it's picked up by House, set to the right side for the Cougars and jousted for at the net, as Breeding will take care of business here. Big serve for the Cougars as Ortman will bump set out to Parrish. And my apologies, Woods taking care of business there on that last Colorado Christian point. As Hernandez still back at the line to serve. Hernandez serve picked up by Parrish, tied on the net for Ortman. Ortman gets it to Carter enough for the tip. Set to the outside for the Cougars. Put into play now for Enax to bump set to Carter, and the Cougars will fish it out over the tape and swing arm it over and keep it alive, as Demi Carter will end the rally for the Bells. All tied up at 2 here in set 2. Parrish serve, wide and out. That's service error number 4 for the Bells here in set 2. 4 service errors for the match, I should say. The first one of set 2. That is Jones back at the line to serve. Enax with the pickup. Ortman back around to Carter. Carter over the top, and it's picked up out of the middle back. Jones over the top now, and a tip. Falls for Lily Woods here as the Cougars lead by 2 in set 2. Serve again for the Cougars, wide and out. That error coming off the hand of Jones, as Hannah Spencer into this one for the first time for the Bells. And Enax back at the line to serve. Enax serve picked up and set to the outside. And the double block by Hannah Spencer and Demi Carter ties things up at 4 here in set 2. Enax back at the line here. Fun fact about Callie Enax. Enax is the reigning Lone Star Conference Libero of the Year, as she'll pick up another service ace here for her team and her stat sheet. That'll be Callie Enax's 3rd service ace of the match here, as she currently has 6 digs. Enax with another serve skip set a little bit for the Cougars as Enax will track it down, and Spencer will come up over the middle, and it will be blocked by Woods. Subs in now. Brooklyn Frazier back to the line to serve, as well as we'll see number 1, Alyssa Gregory Abedo checking in for the Cougars. Serve there from Frazier, picked up by Torres. Ortman around to Spencer, and Hannah Spencer tying it back up at 5 here for the Bells. Ireland Ferguson back in for Carter here to serve. Ferguson serve. Put into play by Hernandez. Jones to the middle. And the middle kill for Woods. Lily Woods now on track with her 3rd kill of the match out of 7 total attacks. She currently hits a .429 with 1 service ace of her own. And here comes that big serve from Woods once again. And apologies to Lily Woods and Lily Woods' family if you're watching for my announcer's jinx. That's on me. I'll take fault for that one. Torres back at the line now to serve for the Bells. Torres serve, put into play. Jones out to Frazier. And my apologies, Jones out to Abedo as the double block is played by Spencer and Ortman. Torres with her 2nd. Big serve for Torres, put into play. Jones now to the right side. Quick little tip, fished up by Ortman. Now to Parrish. Parrish will tip it around and get it off the hand of number 10, Phillips, for the Cougars. Bells lead 9-6 here in set 2 as Torres will cause a little bit of a ruckus here for the Cougars. They'll settle for the free ball over. Bells will look to use that one as Spencer will come around the top. And the Bells tried, but the Cougar block said no way as Abedo and Phillips closed that one around as they will keep Connor back on the line to serve. Connor serve picked up by Ferguson. Spencer with the tip and it falls. Good placement there for Hannah Spencer. And here comes Thornton in for Enax. And Woolley will come in for Spencer. Jaden Woolley back at the line to serve. As well as number 14, Christina House coming back in to serve, coming back in the back row for the Cougars. Woolley serve picked up by House. Set from Jones back around to Phillips, and Phillips gets a touch there off the Bells. Subs in now. Spencer. My apologies. We'll start with the Cougars. That's number 16, Newell, as well as 15, Overson. Spencer for Woolley and Enax for Spencer. And another big serve here for Overson. Picked up by Torres. Ortman out to Parrish. Maddie Parrish! What a kill there as it gets off the hand of Harrison and into the student section here in what is normally the Rowdy Rams student section if you're an Angelo State sporting event fan, as Adeline Ortman heads back to the line to serve. Serve from Ortman put into play for the Cougars. Bump set now to the right side for Phillips, and Phillips just gets a little bit of a late read there as it falls off maybe the base of her hand, and Ortman will head back for her 2nd. Bells lead by 4 here in set 2, 12-8. Ortman puts that serve in the same spot. Jones will push out now for the tip by the Cougars. Enax will set Carter on the right side, and the block attempt is out. Blocking for the Cougars is Newell and Jones, and a timeout on the floor means we'll take it with them. You're watching the 2024 South Central Regional Tournament live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
And our corporate partners, Buffalo Wild Wings, Buick, Big Sporting Goods, Great
And we're back here as Adeline Ortman will head back to the line for another Bell serve as they lead by 5 here in set 2. As Ortman's serve will get put into play for the Cougars. A big bump set now to the outside for Newell, and Newell will find the back line there. And it looks like there will be a little bit of a deliberation between the Angelo State coaching staff, but it doesn't look like head coach Chuck Waddington will go to pull that challenge card just yet, as Hernandez will head back to the line to serve again for the Cougars. Hernandez to Torres for the Bells. Ortman out now to Parrish. Parrish! Great job there of reading the shoulders of 2 very powerful blockers for the Cougars in Woods and Jones here, as Parrish will head back to the line to serve. Serve from Parrish picked up deep in the back row, and that kill attempt. Excuse me, off the hand of Woods, just a little low. Parrish now back at the line. Parrish picked up a little out of system for the Cougars, but they'll get a sidearm attack over as Thornton will joust for it at the net. Hernandez will pull it out and go to Newell on the outside, as the Bells will take the same approach and go to Torres on their outside. Jones now over the top to the middle, and Sydney Thornton finds herself a big solo block here towards the middle of set 2 as the Bells lead 16-9. Maddie Parrish back once again for the Bells. Parrish now picked up by the Cougars, set to the outside, and Newell will try and come over the top, and she causes some miscommunication for the Bells. Newell picks up kill number 4 on her stat sheet. As the sub is in, that's number 5, Susanna Connor, back in for the Cougars. And that's Jones at the line to serve. Jones serve, picked up by Enax. Ortman out to Torres. Torres over the top, picked up by Hernandez. Bump set now, back out to Newell. Newell over the top, picked up by Ortman. Enax to Torres with the tip. Jones, one arm, sends it back over. Ortman now to Carter, and Carter puts it away for the Bells. Hannah Spencer checking back in now as Enax back to the line. Enax serve put into play by the Cougars over the top to Newell again, and Newell was looking for a touch there, but it's going to be just wide as it almost fell off the shoulder of Enax. And that's going to warrant the second timeout called by Colorado Christian, and we'll take it with them. You're watching the 2024 South Central Regional Tournament live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here as the Cougars looking to continue to chip away at this Bell lead here, as Enax will put a serve in play over the top, and that one picked up quick by Parrish. Torres with a quick free ball over. Jones back around now to Connor, and Connor believes there's a touch. And they are going to re-award the point to the Cougars now. Cougars pick up point 11. Subs in now for the Cougars. It's Frazier as well as Abedo. Frazier back at the line to serve. Frazier serve. Picked up by Torres. Ortman over the top now to Spencer. Picked up by Frazier in middle back. Jones now out to Abedo. Abedo gets it caught up in the hand of the Spencer Carter block, and that block is just wide and out. Bell still leads set 2, 18-12, and currently lead the match 1-0. Serve from Frazier, put into play by Torres. Ortman back around to Carter on the right side. Carter gets it off the hand of Jones. Hernandez with the scramble into the bench as it's free balled over for the Cougars, and now to Torres. Torres gets it off the top of the tape, and the Bells pick up point 19. Ferguson in now to serve for Angelo State. Big serve here picked up by Hernandez. Jones back now for the Cougars as Ferguson will set up Torres. Jones to Hernandez with the bump set. Now to what would have been number 5, Connor on the right side, as there's a little bit of a error there with the set read. And it'll keep the serve in the hand of Ferguson. Serve from Ferguson, picked up by Hernandez. Jones to the middle now. And Woods gets a open spot there in the Bell defense as number 10, Phillips, jogs back on. Enax, Ortman, Torres out of the right side, kept in play by Jones. Set to the right side for the Cougars, and Ferguson will come up with the dig. Back to Torres on the outside, picked up as Jones will go to Abedo. Abedo hits it into the Bell block, and it's pulled out again. Jones, deep push set, tight on the net for Phillips, and a quick tip gives the Cougars point number 14. Served by Woods. Enax out of system here as they'll set up Parrish for the back row kill attempt, and she'll get it to get caught up in the Phillips block for the Cougars. Bell's hit 21 here in set 2. Torres back at the line for the serve. And it's put into play. It's going to be tight on the net. They're going to joust for it, and the Cougars come away with the win. Big serve here for Connor. Picked up by Enax. Ortman, Parrish over the top. Gets it off the arm of Connor, and they'll go to Abedo on the right side. Ortman back to Parrish on the Bells outside. And it's picked up to Abedo on the Cougars outside. Ortman back around to Spencer on a little bit of a offset C-slide, and it'll go just wide and out. Big serve there in system for the Bells. Spencer over the top with it. And it's bump set out to Abedo. Abedo gets it off the arm of Torres. And the Cougars have once again cut this one to 4 points. Ferguson, Ortman, Parrish with the tip, and it's just wide and out. And it looks like we're going to see a timeout called by Angelo State, so we'll take one with them. You're watching the 2024 NCAA Division II Volleyball Championship Tournament live on Flo Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here as the serve from Connor gets put into play by Parrish. Ortman will wait for that one to come down, and Parrish will try and send one wide to the cross-court line and just goes a little long. Connor still back at the line for the Cougars. Enax sends that one straight back over. Jousted for at the net. Spencer will come down with it. Parrish now, as Spencer will pull it out of the block. Parrish again will get it off the hand of Hernandez, and they're going to call a net violation on the Cougars. Spencer comes out, Woolley comes in, and Jaden Woolley back at the line to serve. Woolley serve put into play for the Cougars. Jones now back on a right side slide as Ortman will come over the top to Thornton. Thornton's kill just wide and out. Puts the Cougars at 20, Bells at 22. And Spencer will come back in for the Bells and come straight back out for Enax, as well as number 15, Overson, and Newell coming back in for the Cougars. Enax with the pickup. Ortman back out to Torres on the back row kill attempt. Jones now push set to the outside. Picked up by Ferguson, and what a hustle play. Parrish over the top, and the Cougars are going to run for it, and they almost get a hand on it. What a great defensive rally there by both teams. As Ortman heads back to the line to serve. Ortman serve. Picked up by the Cougars, bump set by Jones. Over the top now to Newell. Ortman will bump set that one back out to Enax. Enax will take a standing attack out of the back row as the tip is pulled out by Carter. Parrish over the top, and she gets it down. And since the tournament is in San Angelo, the Bell faithful who have came out to support their home team on their feet for set point here. Big serve here for Adeline Ortman. Picked up by the Cougars. Jones now to Newell. Newell splits a Bell block. Colorado Christian still fighting to stay alive in this set.
Set point for ASU.
Serve picked up by Torres. Ortman, Parrish over the top. Played out of the block by Newell. Jones, C-slide around, and the kill laid by Woods. Colorado Christian cutting the Bell lead to 2. Still set point for the Bells. Serve from Hernandez, picked up by Torres. Ortman to Parrish. Parrish with just enough of a touch ends the second set for the Bells. Bells lead 2-0 here. As we move to the third set, we'll take a quick break and bring it back with some leaderboard stats. You're watching the 2024 South Central Regional Tournament live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly request that any current or former members of our armed forces please stand to be recognized. Fans, let's hear it for these men and women who've given so much to serve our country.
And we're back here as set 3 starts to kick things off here, as liberos are beginning to check in here, and it looks like we'll see the same starting rotations once again for this third set, as it's been a very back and forth match of volleyball here. As we take a look at our stats leaderboard, take a look at some kill leaders. Only 2 Bells in the kill leader category so far, and it's Maddie Parrish with 13 and Demi Carter with 6. For the Cougars, it's Phillips with 6, Woods with 5, and Newell with 5, as Ortman will open up the serve for the Bells. Her serve put into play. Jones set out to number 15, Savannah Overson, and the block from the Bells will go just wide and out. Hernandez back to the line to serve. Torres, Ortman, Thornton over the top, and the Bells tie up the set at 1. Parrish with the serve, clips tape, and it's an ace. Maddie Parrish, make sure you say thank you to the tape the next time you're up on the net, as it helped get your serve over. Bells lead 2-1 here in set 3. Parrish with the serve, picked up in middle back for the Cougars. Big tip there, and it's kept alive. Parrish got a pancake, and Torres not enough juice to send that one over on the free ball. Cougars tied up at 2. This set starting just how the others have ended, kind of neck and neck here in the point category, as these two teams have been playing point for point all match. Serve from Jones. Parrish tied on the net. Ortman, one hand bump sets it off to Enax, who settles for the free ball over. Parrish, Ortman, Thornton again, and that kill unable to be fished out of the net. Spencer now checking in for Thornton as Enax back to the line to serve. Enax with the serve, picked up by the Cougars and sent over by Newell. Fished out by Ortman for the Bells, and Carter will get the tip. Enax back again for a second serve here. And her serve picked up by Overson. Jones now back around to Connor. Connor, a little bit of a late read there on that set. Maybe caught the bottom half of the ball, and it goes out. Nonetheless, Callie Enax still back to the line to keep pushing a serve for the Bells here, as they currently are on a 3-0 score run. And Enax will pick up service ace number 4 on her stat sheet today, as she also is one of the dig leaders for this match at 11 digs, tied with Adeline Ortman and Shelby Hernandez for the Cougars, as Enax will serve again. Overson, Jones, tip it over and in the gap if you are Abby Newell. Newell now making her way up in the leaderboard, as she is now the new kill leader for the Cougars with 7. Frazier back at the line to serve for the Cougars. Enax, Ortman, Carter on the right side, picked up in play. Bump set by Hernandez now, and another late read there by Connor, as Connor now has taken 15 attack attempts and has 3 kills, as Ireland Ferguson will come back into the match to serve for the Bells. Bells lead 7-3 here in set 3. Ferguson with the serve, just a little out. Bells still lead by 3 here, as number 10, Renee Phillips, just ran back on. Big serve picked up by Enax. Ortman, Spencer with the tip, and it falls in a hole. Torres back to the line to serve for the Bells, and in is Hernandez once again. Torres with the serve, put into play and jousted for at the net, and Hannah Spencer will come away with it. Bells lead 9-4 here in set 3, as they lead the match 2-0. Torres, service error here for the Bells. That's going to be the Bells' 6th service error of the match so far, as the serve now from Connor causes way out of system for the Bells, and they will settle for the free ball over the Cougars. Prime opportunity to use it, and Maddie Parrish and Hannah Spencer say not today for the Bells as they close that double block. House back into the game for the Cougars. Serve now off the hand of Allie Dutzman in for the Bells. Torres with the pickup. Now to Parrish. Parrish uses the tape and it's out. And the Bells are going to say there's a touch, but it looks like head coach Chuck Waddington is going to pull that challenge card, and our officials are going to take the review there for the touch. We'll take the break with them as the Bells lead set 3, 10-6. You're watching the 2024 South Central Regional Tournament hosted by Angelo State University live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here as it looks like the challenge call on the floor has been confirmed, and it is going to be point Bells as Allie Dutzman back of the line still to serve here. Dutzman's serve put into play out of system for the Cougars as Abedo will send it over on the free ball. Parrish now will come over the top. Abedo to Jones, back now to Phillips. Phillips out of the right side will put it into play for the Bells, and Parrish will get it off the shoulder of Phillips there on a not fully squared Cougar block. Bells jump up by 7 here in set 3. If you're a Cougar volleyball fan, this is the time for this team to continue to keep hustling on the defensive end of the ball and wait for the kills to fall, as that one is jousted back over, and Jones with a skip set almost throws the Bells out of rotation. Jones now another tip. Phillips will get the tip down in the hole of the defense, and Colorado Christian gets the serve back. And here comes Newell and Overson back in for the Cougars. Overson back at the line to serve. Big serve, picked up by Ferguson. Ortman, Thornton over the top, fished out of the block, jousted for, and happy birthday, even though it's probably not your birthday. Abby Newell, as you get fed straight back at the net and sent that one back down on the attack. A little bit of a reception error there for the Bells as they look to clean it up on this serve receive. Parrish over the top, and she is going to say that there's a touch, and head coach Chuck Waddington will pull the little green card for a challenge once again, as the Bells still lead it by 4. We'll have another challenge, and we'll take a break with them. You're watching the 2024 NCAA Division II Volleyball Championship Tournament live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here as the call on the floor has been reversed. Angelo State wins that challenge as they jump ahead by 6 here in set 3, and Adeline Ortman will stay back at the line to serve here, or head back to the line to serve here for the Bells, as the overturned challenge ends the Colorado Christian 3-0 score run, as they'll pick up Ortman's serve, a little out of system, but they'll go to the right side for an attack as Enax will pick it up and go to Thornton. Sydney Thornton will lay another down, and the Bells lead by 7. Timeout called, and we'll take another break. You're watching the 2024 South Central Regional Tournament live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
Sponsors 90 national championships every year, none of which can happen without officials. There's an urgent need for sports officials across the country as they're retiring 4 times faster than they're coming in, leaving shortages at all levels of sports. The NCAA recognizes the importance of officiating in the student-athlete experience and is dedicated to the recruitment and retention of new officials for all sports. Say yes to officiating. Visit ncaa.org/say yes to officiating for more information on how to get started.
And we're back here as Adeline Ortman will prepare another serve for the Bells, as that one's put into play for the Cougars. Jones push set now to the right side to the outside for the Cougars. Jones again out of the middle now. Phillips just enough of a touch, and it's point Colorado Christian. Hernandez back to the line to serve. Serve for Hernandez, picked up by Torres. Ortman out to Parrish. Parrish gets caught up in the net. Colorado Christian working diligently here to try and clip this Bells lead narrower and narrower. Hernandez, another serve, put into play by Parrish. Out of system and scrambled for it's Thornton. Ortman keeps it in on the free ball. Skip set over by Jones. Falls just in front of Enax. Bells still lead set 3 by 4, but the Cougars of Colorado Christian are not going away without a fight. Hernandez to Torres, to Ortman, to Thornton. Sydney Thornton, have yourself a day. Young freshman on this Bells roster now with 7 kills in the match, as Critia Perez checks in for the Bells. Perez back to the line to serve. Perez with the serve, jousted for, and Sydney Thornton will grab another kill to her stat sheet, and Perez back the line to serve her second. Perez puts that one in play. Jones bump set out to Newell, and the kill attempt off the hand of Thornton just a little wide and out. Colorado Christian cutting this Bells lead to 5 here, as Jones will head back to the line to serve. Jones puts that one in play as Ortman will go to Torres, and Torres gets that one caught up in the block of Woods and Connor. Enax Gets that one to be a little out of system for the Cougars, and they'll settle for the free ball over. Ortman push set out to Torres. Torres, just enough of a touch to put the Bells up by 7. Another timeout by Colorado Christian, and we'll take it with them. You're watching the 2024 NCAA Division II Volleyball Championship Tournament live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here in set 3 as the Bells lead this one 18-11. Enax with the serve, picked up by Newell. Jones will go back out to Newell on the set, and the Cougars will fish it out of the block here. Picked up by Ortman. Perez back to Torres. Torres way under that set for the Bells as the Cougars will pick up point 12. Subs in now, it's Frazier and Abedo. Enax sends that one over on the free ball. Back set now to Connor. Connor comes away with the kill. Bells still lead by 5 here in set 3 and lead the match 2-0 as Frazier back at the line to serve it again for the Cougars. Cougars serve picked up by Torres. Ortman. Torres again. Torres gets it off the arm of Frazier. Bells hit point 19. Ferguson checking in to serve for Angelo State. Serve from Ferguson, picked up by Hernandez. Jones, back set to Connor. Connor gets it caught up in the Bell block, and the Bells come out with it. And the double block laid by Connor, and Woods keeps the Cougars alive here in set 3 as Woods heads back to the line to serve. Enax, Ortman, Torres over the top, picked up. Jones now will feed Abedo on the outside, and the Cougars will keep it alive and put the free ball over. Ferguson, Ortman, Torres again. Cougars, good one-handed dig there, and free balled over once again off some miscommunication. Perez will struggle to keep it up. And the Cougars cutting the Bell lead narrower and narrower here as Woods back to the line to serve. Ferguson, Ortman, Torres gets a touch off the Cougar block, and they'll go to Abedo on the outside. Scrambling for it, Ortman unable to pull it out of the net and over. Cougars cut this one down to 3. Bells lead in set 3, 19-16. And that'll warrant head coach Chuck Waddington to call a quick timeout, and we'll take it with them. You're watching Bell Volleyball as a part of the NCAA Division II Volleyball Championship live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here as the Cougars still have the serve as Woods will send it wide and out there after the timeout. As Maddie Parrish and number 21, Ella Unterweger, heading to check in for the Bells. Parrish in place of Perez, and Unterweger coming in to serve in place of Torres. Ella Unterweger, the 5'10 junior outside hitter. Will head back to the line to serve. Unterweger serve. Put in play for the Cougars to the middle. Unterweger with a dig. Sent over on the second ball by Ferguson. Hernandez bump set out to Connor, and the block by Hannah Spencer, and Maddie Parrish puts the Bells at 21. Serve from Unterweger. Picked up in middle back for the Cougars. Set out to Connor. Connor splits the block as the Cougars trail by 4 here in set 3. Big serve here picked up by Ferguson. Ortman out to Parrish. Excuse me. As Jones will skip set over and Ferguson's there. Parrish will take it on the outside, and it's kept alive on the rally. Phillips unable to warrant a continue for the Cougars, but the Cougars come away with point 18 here as Maddie Parrish, little trouble squaring the block there, as that serve off the hand of Connor is wide and out. Thornton back in, and here comes Dutzman in for Hannah Spencer to serve. Allie Dutzman back to the line. Dutzman, the 5'6 freshman defensive specialist out of Prosper, Texas. Dutzman serve, picked up by Hernandez. Jones out over the top for the Cougars. Parrish now with the tip, and she'll fish it out. Dutzman, a one-arm save, and Parrish with the free ball over. Skip set by Jones, and she'll come up with the kill with the attack of her own. Spencer comes back in momentarily, and Enax will come back in for her, as well as Newell and Overson checking back in for the Cougars. Overson with the serve, picked up by Enax. Ortman, Parrish gets it caught up in the Cougar block. Bells just 2 points away here from moving on to take on Dallas Baptist University in the round 2 matchup tomorrow, and we'll get you a little more info about who plays in those 2 matches tomorrow at the conclusion of this one. Ortman with the serve put into play. Jones out to Newell on the outside, fished out of the block and over for the Cougars. Ortman back to Carter. Carter plays it off the top of the Cougar block, and Jones will go around on the slide to Phillips. Ortman to Parrish. Picked up by Overson. Out to Newell. Newell with the tip. And the Cougars hit 20 here in set 3. This one proving to be another close set here for these two teams, as it's been a back and forth one all match. Hernandez with the serve, picked up by Parrish. Ortman over to Thornton. Sydney Thornton puts it away, and it is match point for the Bells here. And Maddie Parrish will head back to the line to serve. Parrish with the serve, a little out of system, but Jones with the bump set to Newell. Newell goes just long, and the Bells will come away with a win here in the opening round of the 2024 South Central Regional Tournament with a 3-0 sweep over the Colorado Christian University Cougars. We'll take another quick break and bring it back with stats in a moment, as well as a look at the rest of the bracket for the tournament here. You're watching the 2024 NCAA Division II Volleyball Championship Tournament live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
That's all for tonight, folks. Don't forget to be here tomorrow. West Texas A&M will take on MSU Denver at 4. Angelo State and DBU at 7 tomorrow. Thanks for coming, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.
And we're back here following the conclusion of the 3-set sweep for the Angelo State Bells over the visiting Colorado Christian Cougars here in the opening round of the 2024 South Central Regional Tournament. A look at some team comparison stats, starting first for the Cougars. Cougars, 106 attacks in the match, 36 kills, 16 errors. Ended the match with a 189 hit percentage, 35 set assists, 6 serving errors, 1 service ace, 48 digs, 6 blocks, and 2 blocking errors. A side out percentage of 54.1 and a point scoring percentage of 36.9. For the Bells, 122 attacks, 45 kills, 20 attacking errors. Ended the match with a 205 hit percentage, 43 set assists, 6 service errors, 8 service aces, 49 digs, 5 blocks, no blocking errors, a 63.1 side out percentage, and a 45.9 point scoring percentage. Looking at the leaderboard in the kill category, for the Cougars, Phillips with 9, Newell with 9, and for the Bells, Parrish with 17, Thornton with 9, and Torres with 8. For the dig leaders, for the Cougars, Hernandez with 15 and Jones with 11, as well as Frazier with 5. For the Bells, Ortman with 14, Enax with 13. For the assist leaders, for the Cougars, Jones with 29, House with 2. For the Bells, 37 for Ortman, 3 for Enax, and 2 for Torres. And in the blocking category for the Cougars, Phillips with 3, Jones with 2, and Woods with 2. And for the Bells, Spencer with 4 and Parrish with 2. And that's going to wrap it up stat-wise for our match here between the Bells and the Cougars of Colorado Christian. A quick look at the matches tomorrow. Matches tomorrow will be at approximately 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Starting at that 4 p.m. match is the 3-seeded MSU Denver versus the 2-seed West Texas A&M. As the 7 p.m. match tomorrow will feature the Angelo State Bells, and who are the 1 seed in this tournament, and the 4 seed Dallas Baptist University, who played in the match prior to the one you just witnessed. That's going to wrap it up for the broadcast here of the final match of day 1 of the 2024 South Central Regional. My name is Madeline Mendoza, and I've been your play-by-play commentator for this contest, and what a joy it has been to call volleyball with you all watching and or listening here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to the 2024 NCAA Division II Volleyball Championship, and we hope to get some of you viewers back tomorrow to listen to some more great volleyball here out of San Angelo, Texas. This has been the 2024 South Central Regional Volleyball Tournament and the conclusion of day 1 live on Flow Sports. Thank you and have a great rest of your Friday night.
like you didn't press it all the way. You just said you are.
You are not. Stay set up.
Okay.